Hi, Internet. Thanks for clicking on today's edition of Stop and Think Puzzles. I'm your host, John Appleseed, and today we'll be solving the Sunday New York Times Crossword puzzle for August 4th. The constructors are Scott Hogan and Katie Hale. The editor is Joel Fagliano, and the title is Weather Man. So perhaps a theme related to weather? Let's find out. One across, off fooey, don't know. One down, sounds from a mat. Don't know that. Two down, jolly cry. No. Three down, part of an accusation in clue. The room, the weapon, and the suspect. I think maybe the room would fit there. You have to specify which room it took place in. When you're guessing the murderer, four down, dam on the Nile. Aswan. It's a well-known dam on the Nile River. Five down, title role for Fran Drescher, the nanny. Does that fit? 19 across is blank pork. Maybe mushu pork, spelled like, well, I'm not sure about that spelling. 23 across with italics, so part of our theme today, high chance of parties celebrating a baby's arrival. And the title was Weather Man. So this might have something to do with showers, for baby showers, but also as if it were a weather report. Let's put in showers just to give us something to work with. The nanny, I think, would fit for five down, title role for Fran Drescher. Ah, phooey. Oh, rats, maybe? Six down, south of Spain. The Spanish word for south is sur, so that's how you would say it in Spain. Mushu pork, but I don't like this spelling. If you're going to use double O, you would use double O for both of the oo sounds. Same goes for you. Sounds from a mat. And jolly cry. With 26 across, its national symbol is the khanjar, a dagger worn for self-defense. I think that's Oman. So could ho-ho be a jolly cry? And then Oms, the meditation mantra, might be heard from a yoga mat. Okay, I think that fits. I just don't like this spelling of mushu, but I guess I'll allow it. Seven across, tiki bar cocktail. Don't know. Seven down, what dry ice doesn't do. It doesn't melt, right? It does whatever that is that it does. Eight down, Princess Mononoke genre. Is that manga, perhaps? Not sure. Nine down, tick off. Don't know. And the 10 down, some skating jumps. Don't know. 11 down, shortcuts in a chase scene. Perhaps. Don't know that. And 12 down, NHL great Kovalchuk. Hockey player. Not clicking there. 7 across, maybe Mai Tai. That's a tiki bar cocktail. 20 across, register, enlist, or enroll. That would fit with anime for the Princess Mononoke genre. 9 down, tick off, ire, or irk. And then 23 across looks like it might be showers likely. That could be a weather forecast, but also high chance of a baby shower in the near future. Toe something for the skating jumps. That would fit with enroll. 11 down, shortcuts in a chase scene. Ilya, maybe. Let's try that. 24 down, lip. That could be sass. 27 across, casino fixture. I guess you would have ATMs in a casino. So you can keep playing, I guess. Collars, as a verb, could be nabs, arrests someone. Okay, so I like toe is the beginning of a skating jump. I don't know what 11 down is going to be. Shortcuts. Let's try Ilya for Kovalchuk's first name. Just a guess, but I think it fits. 28 across, rental agreement, a lease. And 33 across, a member of a grungy Gen Z subculture. Don't know that. All right, let's continue up here in this top section of the puzzle. 13 across, fluid holder. Don't know. 13 down, social programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and disability insurance collectively. Safety net, maybe. 14 down, fruity finish. Not sure. And 15 down, line on an auto graph. A graph that would you see in your car, like maybe a mileage or something. 21 across, tech purchase when traveling abroad. Don't know. And 25 across, Formula One powerhouse. Don't know that. What's 22 down? A bit of marketing. A pitch, maybe. 16 down is protege. Don't know that. 17 down, saucy. And 18 down, Puccini's Recondita Armonia. For example, Puccini wrote operas. I'm guessing maybe this is an example of an opera. I'm not familiar with the title, but that works. 16 across, resort amenity might be a spa. What would you buy when traveling abroad? An adapter, maybe for the outlets. So 17 down, saucy could be pert. 30 across, a little bit, sorta. Yeah, fits the folksy usage in the clue. Protege. No. Bit of marketing. Aid, maybe you would use aid as a suffix for types of fruit like lemonade, limeade. Fluid holder. A sack, maybe with a SAC. Let's try safety net for those social programs. Sack for a biological container for fluids, maybe. Ferrari could be a Formula One powerhouse. Car speed. Bit of marketing. And protege. A starlet, a star pupil, maybe. 35 across, where one might sleep in a cabin. Don't know. Don't know that. All right, let's move over here to this section of the puzzle. 37 across, a cherry represents one in Arcimboldo's famous portrait. Wasn't Arcimboldo a character in La Boheme? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. 37 down, set of principles. Ethos or ethic. 38 down, that is not good. Bad. No. 39 across. And others in Latin. Et al. What is the abbreviation et al stands for and others? Is it et altri? I don't know. 47 down, work supervisor. Don't know that. And 32 down, one who manages to get by. I don't know. What is a pear? We got a cherry and a pear. Okay. I don't know. Oh, is that the... there is a painting that I've seen before. It's a face made out of pieces of fruit. Maybe this is what that is, and this is the cherry is an eye and the pear is a nose. That might be it. Set of principles, if it's ethic or ethos. That is not good. Yucky. Section of the Rockies, or 46 across, could be the Tetons. Mountain range, it is a subset of the Rockies, I think. Who gets by? A boss? I'm not sure. 52 across, terrible TV reception. Hazy. or something to do with snow. Snow is a word for the static for bad TV reception. Not sure. 58 across a desert isle, maybe. 64 across high-pitched bird calls. Could this be yeesh? 438 down, that is not good. Maybe. Et al. Chirps or cheeps. 47 down, your work supervisor, an overseer. So heavy snow, maybe. Big-headed sort, maybe an egoist. And 53 down, place to get a pricey cab. Maybe cab representing Cabernet here. An expensive wine might be in the Napa Valley. Okay, so I think heavy snow is our weather-related answer here. Terrible TV reception could be heavy snow. A boss gets by. Maybe you push your way through because you're bossy? Is that what that is getting at? I'm not quite sure I get it. Chirrups are bird calls, aren't they? Maybe it's et alia. I thought there was a T in there. I'm thinking of the French and Spanish words for other, which do have a TR in them. 65 down, babe in the 100-acre wood. A donkey named Eeyore is his friend. And Kanga and little Roo. So Roo was Kanga's baby in the 100-acre wood in the Winnie the Pooh stories. 66 down, arm bone is probably ulna. Isolated something. Et ali. Yeah, my Latin is not strong enough to be confident about this. I would have thought it was at et altri, but that doesn't fit. And then I would have said et alia as a second guess. But isolated, I think, makes more sense as the beginning of 71 across. Isolated drips, or what would you find on the counter after making ice cream sundaes? You would find isolated drips of melted ice cream, maybe. 59 across, feels lousy, could be ales. And 49 down, piercing tool is all. If you lend somebody your piercing tool, you give them your all. 48 across, stare in astonishment, could be gape or gawk. 34 down, company whose W stands for Verka. I think that is the Bavarian Motor Works is BMW. I think that's what that stands for in German. Toe loops or toe gawp maybe, but I like gawk better for stare in astonishment. 11 down. You might take a shortcut through an alley in a chase scene, yeah? And e-boy, is that a thing? That's not a phrase I've heard before, but there are lots of things I have never heard before. 42 across, like one's mental state before morning coffee. Let's see something about foggy there. Misty, maybe? Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. 50 across, a temporary hair color treatment. A tint. No? Struggling with this section of the puzzle here. 54 across, Madden of fashion. I don't know. What is a skating jump? A toe. This is an O. Toe loops. Yeah, I'm I'm going to take out this K. I like it best for gawk, but I like a P for toe loops, although I'm not really confident about that either. So let me just leave that blank and I'll come back to it. Where would you sleep in a cabin for 35 across? Cabin could be a ship cabin, but I don't see how that would make a difference. Car speed is my best guess for 15 down. Bit of marketing. Is that just prose? Yeah, not sure. 50 across, that's a temporary hair treatment. 51 across, subject of museums in Richmond, Virginia and Baltimore, Maryland. Edgar Allan Poe has museums in both of those places. 56 across, biting. That could be acerb. 63 across, loads, tons, or a lot. 44 down, Wonderland, bird. There was a dodo in Alice in Wonderland, I think. 45 down, forcefully throw. In modern slang, to yeet. I have seen this word in the New York Times puzzle before, so let's try that. Before morning coffee. Star pupil is looking more likely for 16 down, a protege. 63 across could be a lot, is loads of something. Biting, snide. Okay. Yeah, just not getting that. 50 across, that's the hair color treatment. 54 across, Madden of fashion. And 61 across, maker of precious violins. Amati is a precious violin. 62 down, closes as a deal. Inks, to sign it, to close it. Sort, ilk, maybe. 69 across, blank Chimsky, a primate raised as a human, and a landmark language acquisition study. I learned about this in a linguistics class in college. Nim Chimpsky, they named the chimp that after Noam Chomsky, the well-known linguist. 57 down, February 14th and March 17th, for example. Those could be name days. March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. February 14th is St. Valentine's Day. So I think in Catholic traditions and others, if you were born on those dates, you get a name, that name. I'm not sure about that. Isolated sprinkles. After making ice cream sundaes, you might find isolated sprinkles on the counter that missed the sundae or the cone. Sort, let's try ilk. 78 across, what a detective might be demoted to. A desk job, desk something. What's 60 down? Calm, sedate. Could be 68 down. Purported influence on the lyrics of I Am the Walrus. LSD, I think. The theory being that the Beatles were under the influence of LSD when writing that song. 67 across, furry friend of Rosita. I don't know what that is. 55 down, compacted with down. That could be camped. And 77 across, earned, made. How much you made your salary. Oh, Elmo? Is there another Muppet called Rosita? Yeah, I think that rings a bell. They've added some Muppets since the days when I watched Sesame Street, but I do know Elmo. Madden, quake, could be a tremor. 43 down is tremor, I think. Is this Misty something? That's why I was singing Misty, because I thought that might be what it is, but I don't quite get what that's going to be. A rinse might be a temporary hair color treatment, I think. Yeah. This puzzle may, this section here may be difficult for me. Saliva could be mouth-watering stuff. We don't have any more input into this section, so if I can't figure it out, 42 across, maybe mostly cloudy could be your mental state before morning coffee. So not misty, but cloudy. I'm making toe loop more. I don't know what an e-boy is, but I think it's logical as a word, a phrase for a Gen Z subculture. In a cabin, maybe on the top bunk. Motorcycle engine units for short, CCs. Motorcycle engine units are measured in cubic centimeters. Car sales could be an autograph. And at camp is where you might sleep in a cabin, and a bit of marketing could be a promo. Okay, so that fits. All right, we got that. Madden of fashion. Is it Steve Madden? So if we try toe loops, gop is not really a word I've ever heard, but if I saw it written down, I would be and it was used in that context, I wouldn't question it. So I think that works. Steve Madden, gop, toe loops, and e-boy. None of these are words in my realm of experience, so let's just trust to luck there. 76 across, a long, long time is eon. Yes, that fits. Overseer, that all works. All right, 81 across, blank for sore eyes. A punny name for an ophthalmologist's office, maybe a site for sore eyes, a place for sore eyes. 81 down, rip-off, scam. 82 down, methinks, online, maybe in my humble opinion, IMHO. And 83 down, rip-off, tear away, maybe. 90 across, informal beckoning, could be come here, like that. 97 across, shout, accompanying a realization, aha. And 103 across, the road not taken, enjoyed over breakfast. Road Not Taken is a poem by Robert Frost. Is there something about Frost in here? Yeah, I'm not sure. Rip off, tear away, could be. 104 down, animals that can grow lungs after being born. Is that some kind of amphibian, frogs, salamanders? I don't know. 91 down, removes as from a draft. Expunges. 98 across, photographer Arbus. Alan or Eileen, Diane Arbus. That rings a bell. 85 down, they provide a change of scenery. Gardeners would do that, maybe. 86 down, bestow. And 72 down, ham. An emoter. Emote is a fairly frequent crossword answer for to overact, to be a ham in a play. Dressy tie, 84 across, could be an ascot. And 92 across, schleps, totes, I think fits there. Don't know that. Bestow, confer, could be a synonym for bestow. 87 across, the elephant's painter, 1948. Dolly, maybe, I'm not familiar with that painting title. 88 down, that's so sweet. Aw, could fit there. 73 down, running out of gear, idling. A car not in gear, but with the engine running would be idling. And a German word that sounds like a number in English. The German word for no is 9. So that fits. Salvador Dali is a painter who painted around that time, so maybe one of his paintings is the elephants. I just don't know that one. So if this is awe with 2 W's perhaps, eclectic holiday party playlist. Winter might be in there as part of a holiday reference and a weather clue. Or could it be wind something? $89 across, start of an incantation. Don't know. 102 across, brand of hydrating drops. Don't know that. 75 down is turn in. 79 down, certain Caribbean islander. Informally. Don't know. 80 down, lines for which x equals 0. I think those are vertical lines. I'm not sure about that. Okay, and 108 across, 7th notes on scales. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Maybe T's. 106, content or content. Content could be glad, possibly. Frost would fit at the end of this. I don't know what the beginning of the phrase would be. Morning frost. Yeah, if you read a Frost poem over breakfast, maybe that is your morning frost, which could also be a weather forecast. Connections are ins. You have an in with someone. The stage crew might provide a change of scenery. Is that what it is? Filmmaker Cameron. 109 across, not keep hidden from. If you let someone see it, you're not keeping it hidden from them. Newts. Can they grow lungs after being born? Maybe. Removes as from a draft could be edits out. Okay. I like that. Let's stay here in this corner. I guess I'm having better luck here. 114 across, kit chats. Meows, a kitten's way of talking? I'm not sure about that. 123 across, GI morale booster. A USO tour, I think, fits there. 129 across, it stands to reason. No. 132 across, a shrub with small yellow flowers. Don't know. And 133 across, shooter in a game of marbles. I think that is the taw. So stage crew fits for 85 down. People who change the scenery. Actress Thurman is Uma Thurman. It stands to reason. Maybe I assume. 114 down, The Ghost and Mrs. Muir is a film. 115 down, whom Jacob confronts the day after wrestling with God. So Jacob and Esau, the twins from the book of Genesis, who show up in the puzzle regularly. Rip off, tear loose. Okay, so I guess meows is the way kittens chat. And rue? A shrub with small yellow flowers? I've never heard of that as a plant, but I think tear loose works. Could be anything else. No. Okay, I'm going to have to trust to luck there as well. All right, let's look here. 110 across, silently plot revenge. Don't know. Filmmaker Cameron, don't know. 117 down, Greek theaters. Odeon is a frequent theater name. Maybe Odia is the plural in Greek. I'm not sure about that. Comic actor Patton Oswalt. Yeah, his first name is Patton. Okay. Yeah, he's very funny. Widespread as a problem. Systemic. Reflex, it really is contagious. Yawns are contagious. So let's try systemic as a widespread problem. Silently plot revenge. To stew. Got it down. If you ate something, you got it down. Your gullet. Pay. With a W. Pay. 118 across. It's blank, full speed ahead. It's a go, maybe? Smashing clarinets and oboes. Damaging winds. Clarinets and oboes are wind instruments. Could damaging winds be a weather forecast? Yeah, I see that. 126 down is rigmarole. Ado, maybe? 130 across, skips over, could be elides. Without profits, at cost. So ado for rigmarole. Pay, wages. Your pay is wages. Okay, not a verb there. And 119 down, point to get is the gist. All right, I like that section. Bird on a Canadian dollar, 17 down. Loon. 106 across, content. Let's try glad for that. 112 across, works of acclaim. Odes. Spot to watch, in brief. Don't know. 96 down, gallop off. Is this odes? A TV ad might be a spot that you watch on TV. Fade or ride. Ride. Gallop off. Ride. Right away. Alou. Moises Alou is the only one I know, but this last name frequently shows up as something related to baseball brothers. So maybe there was a trio of Alou brothers, or maybe they weren't brothers, but they just shared the last name. 113 down, reduces with down. Slims down, could be reduce your weight. 127 down, skedaddle. Let's try get for that. 131 across, we have that in common. I am too. Yes. And 135 across, Tyson's Corner is a suburb of Washington, D.C. Yeah, familiar with Tyson's Corner. That is SOS. That is the Morse code for SOS in that 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots. Learned in Boy Scouts long ago. And noodle used in shabu shabu. I'm not familiar with shabu shabu, but I know udon is a kind of noodle, so that fits. All right, so we've just got this. A detective might be demoted to desk. Desk what? Desk jockey. Desk. Abracadabra might be start of an incantation. A wintry mix might be a holiday party playlist. A mix of songs played at a winter party. Okay. Visine might be hydrating drops for your eyes. Is this axes? Certain Caribbean islander. Turn in, submit. Name days looks okay. Desk duty, so not the title, but the job description. Let's try name days, as I think those are both saints' days with a specific name. Let's try Abra. Trini, is that a nickname for a Trinidadian? I haven't heard that, but it could fit. And y-axis. The y-axis would be the up and down line, and maybe on that axis, x would equal 0. So yes, that fits. All right, so I think A finishes the puzzle. Yes. Okay, 33:49. Yeah, so usually above half an hour for a Sunday puzzle, so that's not surprising there. I felt like I was struggling in quite a few places, especially here in this area. Had a little trouble down here too, I think. Rue is not a shrub I've heard of. The thing that tripped me up here is Mushu. Why would you use 2 O's for the first oo and then a U for the second one? Makes more sense to be consistent, either M-O-O-S-H-O-O or M-U-S-H-U. But as I said, I will allow that. Ho-ho for jolly cry. What I have trouble with over here? Star pupil. That took me a while to figure out. Poe was easy for me anyway, because I'm familiar with Edgar Allan Poe's heritage both in Richmond and Baltimore. Tamped down, LSD, sedate. Yeah, some very difficult clues here. I liked the theme where we're using weather answers that could be both relating to the clues as well as weather forecasts or weather descriptions. So that was fun. I liked that. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time.